we're gonna go to a little education 101. Now, this is a pineapple top. This is how we used to find out how, because this is like the sweetest pineapple ever. So my mom always used to tell me to check the bottom of this and check if it's like freshly cut. And then that's how you know how fresh the pineapple is, if it's ready, if it's not, if it's raw, if it's not. But they came to find out that that's how people, so they always slit this part just to make sure that it looks as if it's ready. I don't know if I'm making sense. But then this is how you tell how sweet a pineapple is or how ready it is. You want to get to the middle area of these little stalks there. Ouch. And you want to be careful not to poke yourself like me. And you just want to pick the little short ones, like this little short one that's here. And literally, it should be easy to just pull out. If it's not easy to pull out, then the pineapple is not ready. All right, so we're making pineapple crumble. I'm gonna swipe this out of the way, and we're just gonna come here with the ingredients. So what I have here is I have 2 cups of flour. I'm just gonna add first. I'm gonna add the cup. And I'm gonna add, I love to add a cup of oats to my, this is gonna be like a crumble that I'm making. So I love to add a cup of oats. So I'm gonna add half a cup first because I've just seen that it's a lot. And I'm just gonna mix that up. So I'm kind of like mixing up the dry ingredients first before I incorporate the butter. Actually, that's the consistency I'm looking for. So we've got a cup of oats, half a cup of oats, and a cup of flour. Now the flour I'm using is regular flour. You can use self-raising, that's absolutely fine. And I like to come here with my salt, and I'm literally just gonna put a little pinch of salt. This is just to enhance the sugar that's gonna be in there. So you wanna put a sprinkle of salt in there. And then we're gonna come with the sugar. Now this is where I eyeball. And I'm just gonna say, okay, let me just measure for you guys so I can give you the quantities. I'm gonna put a quarter cup. I put a quarter cup of sugar straight in there. And I'm going to put another quarter cup because why not? So I put a quarter and a quarter is how many? Good. A half. So we're going to put a half of the sugar in there, and we're going to give that a lovely, lovely mix. Don't be shy. If you want to add more sugar, you can go ahead and do so. I feel like I'm going to add another. So I'm going to make 3/4 of sugar. Again, it's absolutely up to you. You can use less sugar if you please. I just prefer it this way because there's a way that the sugar crystallizes and caramelizes that is absolutely beautiful. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm gonna come in here now. I've got butter, but I'm using margarine because let's economy in buyer. Now margarine is big. So I'm gonna use margarine, but in any case, butter would be a preferred tool of ingredient rather. And we're going to just put about a half a cup of margarine in there. And this is the part that a lot of people get a little bit, scared about. You want to really get down and dirty with your hands, right? So the first thing, I think if you want to, just be less messy, pour your flour mixture just right on top of your margarine. And then I learned this from a guest who joined us on set who makes the best pies ever. She said you almost want to do like a pinching motion. So you want to just pinch. You want to just pinch the margarine into the dough. We want that. Oh, I forgot a secret ingredient, guys. My secret ingredient to make sure my crumble has just that extra oomph is I usually come and I sprinkle just a little bit of coconut so that you confuse people a little bit. They're like, what is that? But they can't really tell if it's the oats or if it's the sugar or it's the flour or it's the crumble. It's coconuts, people. It's coconuts. So it's coconuts, like it's nuts. No? Oh gosh. Okay. So we're just gonna rub this coconut into that. Oh, you can smell it. It smells so good. I love dried coconut. And remember, the secret is just to put a pinch of it in there. This tray is, I bought it specifically for this shoot. I didn't have a tray like this. So what I did is I was just like, oh my gosh, I was going to bake it for you guys in here. I'm telling you, I'm still stocking up my kitchen. In any case, if there's anybody who wants to stock up my kitchen, feel free to send me all these kitchen goodies. I am open for presents. Like, I'm open for it. And so what I did is I went to Carrefour and I bought this little tray, and it was so affordable. It was like 600 and something. And honestly, I find it so cute and it's oven friendly. So I can see myself making all sorts of pies on this, and I can't wait to show you guys. We've got pineapples. Now what I'm doing is I'm literally just coating them in icing sugar. Now the reason I'm doing this is because when it cooks, it begins to release its juices, and then it coats, it almost becomes a nice thick sauce. So I'm going to pour that. Oh, look at that. See the juices? You do not want to leave those out. That's going to cook and it's going to caramelize those pineapples perfectly. So I'm just going to sprinkle. Now, my sister is obsessed with this recipe. Like, I'm telling you, the number of times she's woken me up to make this for her is like ridiculous. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come here and literally sprinkle all this love right on top of it. Woo! It's a marriage in heaven. All right, and serve this with a little bit of ice cream. It's just delicious. Are you ready, Q? All right, so we're just gonna wait for this crumble to get ready. Wow, it's ready! Oh my, what perfect timing is that? Wow, right on time. So let's just take a look at it. And we're gonna take this out. Out, that's hot. That's hot, that's really hot. Okay, I can't believe how perfect that timing was. Look at okay, so what we're gonna do is, okay, this we're gonna let it cool down for a bit, and then we are going to come now and make the custard. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a tablespoon of vanilla essence to the milk. Just a tablespoon should do into that. That just adds that to the sweetness, and I want to work very, very fast. So I'm going to separate the egg whites and the egg yolks. I'm going to put one egg white over here on the side. And the fun thing is, if you want to really learn how to separate egg whites and egg yolks, the best thing to actually do is kind of just use your hands. Let me tell you, if you dump this in here, it is literally the easiest thing. Q, you need to get this, because look at this. It just comes there. When you lift it up, you just take the egg yolk and it separates, and you have your egg whites and egg yolks separated. Now I'm going to use 3 egg yolks, 3 egg yolks actually, and 2 eggs. I'm going to put the eggs in there. Now take that, just get into the egg whites, separate that. Look at that. This ligament is literally just gonna fall off. Wait, you see. And the best part about it is, now it's better at room temperature. Look at this. Hold on. It's getting off like that. And you have your egg yolk. Now it's better at room temperature. Why? Oopsie, I'm spilling. Because of the fact that it's easier to separate. So you want to come here with your And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to cook my eggs. What happens is it coagulates, and you'll have chunks of egg in there, and you don't want that. You want a nice silk smoothie custard. And I'm going to come and add about a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, in any case, if you want it very, very thick, I don't like my custard very thick, you can add a tablespoon of, what's that thing called again? Corn flour. You can add a tablespoon of corn flour, but honestly, you just want to give this a mix. I love the color. Now, making custard from scratch is my best because it's going to be so rich. And the best thing about the one that remains, you can set it in the fridge, put a scoop of ice cream or fresh cream on top, and put some fruits. Delicious. Or you can even sprinkle some cakes or some cookies, some crackers on that, and you have 2 desserts literally in one day. If it's hot, you can have the pineapple crumble with ice cream as well. Gosh, it's usually so good. So I'm just going to take this up. Ouch. And I'm just going to bring it here. I love the brown on that, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to grab some cinnamon. This is just not necessary. You don't have to do this, but I just love to add just a little bit of love on top. And that's it. That is my pineapple crumble. Okay, I'm going to be cutting some in a bit. I'm going to finish on this custard that I'm just stretching my hand to mix. Then clear this up and then plate it. All right, now we've got this pineapple crumble. Like shh, and this is the loudest. Look at that. We've got a little bit of the custard. Yeah. Now, ooh. I really love it with custard. Like a lot. You guys have to try this recipe. Honestly, the best pineapple crumble ever. Like ever. And the fun part about this crumble is you can put literally anything at the bottom. You can put raspberries if you want.
You can put blueberries, you can put some apples in there with some cinnamon and sugar, and you have the perfect crumble of any fruit that you want. Like, share, and subscribe, and of course, up till next time in my kitchen on Clear Steak.